Up, you guys? Yeah, I kind of just woke up. like probably like 20 minutes ago. I'm still kind of tired, but this was just on my mind. And then I was just watching one of my Propheticword guys, his video. And one thing about it is when I'm watching these videos, I always go into the comments just because I'm analytical, like by nature. I naturally analyze everything, and to see so many of us have like similar stories, and by so many of us I mean like us black sheep, scapegoats, chosen ones. You know, I realized a lot of people are making videos about the chosen ones, and when I first got on this journey, I was like, what is a chosen one? Like, what is a chosen one? And I now understand who we are. The chosen ones are God's golden children. In every narcissistic family, there's a black sheep of the family, i.e. the scapegoat. They call it the scapegoat or the black sheep. You're the one that's set apart. You're the one that's set apart from the rest of the family, especially out of the children of the bloodline. You're the one that's treated differently. You're the one that all the blame is put on. You're the one that they call crazy. You're the one that they try to put in a mental institution. You're the one that tells the truth. You're the ones that don't go with the shenanigans that they be on. You're the truth teller. You're the one that speak up. And even if you don't always speak up, you're the one that just, what they would deem difficult, because you don't just go with the flow with BS. You're not with the BS that the rest of the family is on. You're the one who 9 times out of 10 may have been physically or sexually abused. You're the one. You're the one. Even though I feel like some of the golden children go through that too, because a lot of these blood sacrifices that was made on the bloodlines, these devils in your families, in our families, have signed deals, signed contracts with the devil, and the sacrifice was the bloodline. Like, sacrifice is real. Sacrifice is real. And the one thing that God told the children of Israel, I always say, we're the children of Israel. We're the children of Israel. And God told us not to sacrifice our children to Moloch. God told us not to follow and worship other gods. I really truly feel like black people are the Israelites. You know, I'm gonna keep doing my digging deep in this stuff. Like, this is like, I'm so passionate about learning who we are, where we come from. You know, I told y'all in one of them other videos recently that I'm reading this book. Well, I'm actually listening to it because it was free to listen to it. Hebrews to Negroes. Because I just be wondering where we come from. That was a part of the things. When I first got started on this journey, I asked God so many questions. It's like at one point I had awakened. Like, the person I am now, I'm not the same person that I was before. Like, it's like I've awakened. Like, the alarm clock has truly went off. I'm no longer just hitting snooze. I've truly hit the stop button and woke up and answered the call. For many are called, but few are chosen. And this is why we're the chosen ones, and why the black sheeps of the family have a calling on them. You have to go through all of these things that you've been through in your life. You've had to go through all of this wicked stuff because you had a calling, and they can see that. People can see your anointing. People can see that. Even one of the girls in my comments one day, you know, she said that in my comments, like, your purpose is big. Like, people really see stuff that you don't see until you fully awaken, until you tap in, until you really get with God and answer that call on your life. People see it. People see it. The devil saw it. That's why he did so much to destroy you. He did so much abusing you. He did so many things to you to keep you from truly tapping in. He did everything to block you from being able to answer the call in your life. Because one thing about it is, if you don't know your power, you don't have no power. Oh, my baby waking up, y'all. If you don't know your power, you don't have no power. Aubrey, come here then. She's so irky, y'all. Come here. This is my difficult baby. And I know it's a calling on her life. It's the reason she act all like that. But I'm not going to treat her bad and treat her mean because she's different. It's the mommy. Because it's still the mama, baby. Because the mama still love that stinky. Even when she acting all kooky. But what I'm realizing, you guys, is like, it's a reason. It's a reason you're treated like that. And it's not that you're really crazy. It's not that you're really this and that. They really know your spirit. 9 times out of 10, we're the ones that are the empaths. We're the ones that feel for others. We feel for others because we know what it feels like to be treated bad. So we Aubrey, I can talk. You're not going to sit here and interrupt. Don't act like it's a problem with me talking. She gonna make this face. This baby right here, y'all, she is different. You see what I'm saying? The same way I can see this in my child, they see that in you. They see that in us from this age. This is why the devil attacks the children while they're young, because they know. It's like, the more I get into this, like, y'all know I might be all over the place, but just bear with me. The more I read this stuff and get an understanding, and as I was listening to the book, and he said something about the pineal gland, and of course anything that I don't know, anything new that I hear that I'm unfamiliar with, I'm going to go research it for myself. That's just what I do. I don't just listen to anybody. I listen to people, and I'll hear you out. I'll hear your wisdom, because I don't know. So I'm going to listen to what you say, but I'm going to take that information and I'm going to go research it for myself. And I still have more. I have a ton of research to do. Like, this is my homework. I kept saying I wanted to go back to school for psychology, but this is bigger than it all. That'll have to wait. This schooling that I'm doing now, this homework that I do every day, just learning about who we are, where we truly come from, you know, as Black people. And that's why I really feel like we're the Israelites. Like, we're the black sheep of the race. We're the scapegoats of the human race. No one likes us. No one likes us because they know our power, but we don't know our power. And they do everything to us to dumb us down. The way I'm learning about, because your pineal gland is your third eye. That connects to your spirituality. That allows you to open up, and it's what connects to the discernment. It's what connects to you fully understanding what's going on in this 3D world. It makes you understand that we're literally spiritual beings having a human experience. We're spirits. And now that I've awakened to this spiritual realm, like, it's just so weird, y'all. It seems weird because it makes me realize, like, dang, we've been sold nothing but lies. Like, from everything that you probably know, it's all a lie. From the traditions to the holidays to so many things, bunch of lies. I got a lot of stuff that I want to expose to you guys. And this is once again why I say the devil purposely, the devil he knew. He knows the chosen ones. We're the ones that we basically have a number on our forehead. We're set apart. It's the reason we were treated like that, because we may have been the black sheep of the family, of our fleshly family. But of God's kingdom, his family, we're the chosen ones. We're the golden children for real. Well, little baby say I'm the golden child for real. I'm the golden child for real. You're the golden child for real. They may have counted you out. They may have did everything to tarnish your name. They may have done everything to strip your soul, because they seen your potential. They seen the potential that's on you. They seen the light. Your light has always irritated their darkness. They seen it. To see this girl in these comments say that, you know, and so many people can probably relate. The girl just said that when she told her birth mom that she was raped, her mom said, oh, that happens to everybody. And then she just went on to basically elaborate on that a bit about who did what or whatever. You gotta wait. She basically went on to elaborate on that, and it's just interesting because that's how you know who you're dealing with. You're in that narcissistic family. They're like, oh, who cares? It can happen to you. They're like, who cares? It happened to me. You'll be fine. Because that's literally how these narcissistic mothers do. Narcissistic family members, narcissistic friends, anybody who is okay with it happening to you just because it happened to them, that's wicked. That's the very reason why I'm like this with my girls. I don't want the things that has happened to me to happen to them. I don't feel like they deserve those things to happen to them. I feel like it's my job to protect them from going through the things that I've went through. I don't want them to become the person that I am in the negative ways that I am. The positive ways that I am, yes, I want them to inherit those things. But I don't want them to become with those. I don't want them to end up these sweet girls. I don't want them to end up turning bad. I don't want them to end up not believing in love and believing. I don't want them to just be jaded like I am. So yes, I'm going to protect them from all those things. And anything they come to me about, any problems they come to me with, I want to be there to help them. I don't want them to just figure it out on their own, because I had to figure it out on my own. Yesterday was one of my days. Yesterday really showed me, like, I really do have BPD. Because I was having a moment. I was having one of those days. Just feeling empty, feeling like, you know, I was binge eating yesterday. I really realized I have this disorder. And one thing about it is it's not like depression because or bipolar, because mine doesn't last for days. It lasts for a couple hours, maybe a couple minutes, and then I get over it. But yesterday was one of my days, and I was just like, just not feeling it. Like, what am I doing? It's just like I've had to figure out everything in my life by myself. I've had to get the short end of the stick my whole life. Like, nobody ever wants to help me with nothing. Like, it's like they purposely have made me do everything for myself so that I can fuck up. They've purposely put me in situations so that the devil can get to me. You know, and now I realized why the devil has been trying to get to me for so long, because this gift that I have, the gift that you have, that's why I'm really doing this message, is to waken you up. If you are the black sheep of your family, you need to get rid of all the distractions in your life, because you have a huge calling. You have a huge calling on your life, and you need to answer the call. It's ringing, ring, 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 ring. You need to answer the call. Answer the call, because God needs you. He needs us to stand up in his kingdom, to do the works. He need us. He needs you. Now knowing what I know, I now see exactly why the devil has worked so hard. Why he has been working so hard all my life since a little girl. Life, I told y'all in videos, life started for me early. My innocence was stolen early. The devil seeks after the children because one thing about it is if you attack the children while they're young, you ruin the population for life. Look at the reason why most of us are damaged, why most of us have these mental illnesses, because of things that happened when we was babies. 6, 7, 8. What's this girl doing? Oh, ain't nothing in there, so you can mess with that. If you get to the children while they're young, if you get to a person while they're young, you mess them up for life. This is why there's an attack on children. This is why. This is why they believe in the child sacrifice, because if you sacrifice your children while they're young, it's sweet game from there. You can get them to do anything you want them to do. It's easy to mold a child. It's easy to get them into your Ponzi schemes. Easier to mold them when they're young. It's easier to take advantage of them while they're young. And you can do all these things to them and they can't defend themselves. They can't fight back when they're these young ages. They can't fight back. So then they grow to be these messed up adults walking around souls lost and still easy targets. Still easily able to tell them anything and still they'll believe it. The way the adults move around now, like to see, now that I'm on this other side and to see how there's a lot of pigeons around. I think I said in one of the other videos, everybody just willing to follow the flock. It's the mind manipulation. We've been brainwashed, programmed. It's all programming. This is why it's so important for us to get with God, build your relationship with God so he can help you. He can heal you, help you, expose things to you, tell you what your purpose is here. So you can answer the call on your life and work for him in his kingdom. You're supposed to be working for God. If you're at the black sheep of the family, this is strictly for the black sheeps of the family. This message here, and that's probably what I'm going to title it. Message to the black sheeps of the family. Even with her dad, I try to tell him all the time, I'm like, bruh, you know, we all see potential in people. But this dude, y'all, like, it's been a rocky road with us. It's been a very rocky road, but I keep telling this dude. I used to tell him, like, bruh, you have a calling. Like, he don't even see it because he's so brainwashed by the world. He's so of the world still. He's so of the superficial things. He's still so falling so much into the sins. Them sins is holding him back from seeing his true potential and answering the call on his life. It's a reason why they did you like that. It's a reason. It's a reason to see how much this same very person. That's why I will always thank him, because if it was not for you, bruh, I would not have even woken up. I wouldn't even be in my calling. I wouldn't even be working in my purpose. I wouldn't even be on the path that I'm on. He helped me. He prophesied. Oh, bless you, baby. He prophesied. He the one told me about Texas. He don't even see. And I always tell him that you helped me so much. You don't even see it, though. The stuff that you say. He don't even see his calling, but I see it on him. And that's why his family saw it on him. That's why you were treated like that. My cousin, Lord, rest in peace to my cousin. Both of them. But the one I was the closest with, Demisio, the call that my baby had on his life, he was treated horribly by his own family. His own mother, brothers. He was Joseph too. Now I see why me and him was so close. Like, we were so close. And it's funny. I'm going to talk about that in another video. Because about this, like, the sacrifice thing. that's gonna be like a different video. The sacrifices is real. Sacrifices is real. With God, you must sacrifice, and with the devil, you must sacrifice. But the devil believes in blood sacrifice. With God, you're not sacrificing blood. You're not shedding innocent blood. But one thing I just want to stress is that you went through those things for a reason. You went through those. God had to build you up. Build you up. Sometimes we be feeling like we weak. Oh, I can't do it. I can't take it. Why me? Why me? God, like, child, if you don't wipe them tears, because you qualify, you still standing after everything you've been through. You're still standing. You're still standing. You're still here. God needs you. He know why you went through all of that. He know why. That was your training. Going through boot camp. Because if you can handle that, when you get into your position, when you take the throne that he wants for you to do, he wants you to take the throne. He wants to take you from being the underdog to being the top dog. He wants to make you a ruler of one of his nations. To be a ruler, you have to know how to fight. You got to know how to command. You got to know how to chestnut checkers these people out here. You got to really know how to step. You got to know how to do that. You got to have the wisdom, the experience. And one thing about the black sheep, you have the experience because you've been through it. I'm sure you can spot a fake. I'm sure you can spot the ops. Aries. It was you going through boot camp. Is the thing still working? She messed with the phone. You had to go through that. That was your military training. When you realize how everything that is of this world, the 3D, the military, the presidents, that's 3D stuff. All of that stuff comes from God. It comes from the spiritual realm first. The same way the military people have to go to training, go to boot camp, get prepared for war whenever it comes. They got to be war ready. It's the same with us. We're God's military folk. We're his troopers. We're God's troopers. We're the ones that got to fight on his behalf. We're the ones that got to get up here and stand strong and stand for something. We're the ones that got to fight this thing. We're the ones that got to lead it. He needs us to get up here and do the works. And if you don't have the training, if you've never been through all of these things in your life, what you going to get out here and teach somebody else? How you going to get out here and lead and you don't got no experience? Every great leader has to lead by example. And you have to know certain things. You have to know all the different forces that you might have to go up against once you're in that position. This is why he's allowed us to go through all of the things that we've been through in our life. So that we can fully be ready and fully equipped to fight the true battle. We can really get out here and lead the people. Just like Moses had to lead the Israelites. Then once his term was done, Aaron got to get up there. Who else? Joshua. You have to be qualified to lead the people. God needs you to lead his people. We as a community are messed up. He needs us to step up so we can lead the rest of the lost Israelites. He needs us to lead them. So he needs you to answer the call in your life. He needs you to do the work. He needs you to get away from all the distractions. If he's telling you to move, if he's telling you to cut them friends off, cut them family members off, if he's telling you to stop smoking, stop drinking, stop partying, stop doing this, whatever he's telling you to do, if you're getting convicted, if you're getting multiple messages about these same things, it's for you. You have to do it. God needs you. I need you. Like, I really want to build a better nation. Like, especially for us, you know. And this is why I always believe that where the Israelites, black people are, the modern day Israelites or the descendants of the Israelites, I for a fact know I'm a part of Joseph bloodline. Like, so many things I relate to Daniel and Jeremiah, but I truly Joseph really, I've been saying this since the beginning. If y'all go all the way back to the beginning when I first started reading the Bible, and I'm like, this is my life. Like, Joseph, I connect to Joseph on so many levels. My whole experience, it's like I'm a modern day disciple for real. And now that I know the things I know about the world, and I'm going to expose these things. And this is the exact reason why the devil tried so hard to stop me. He tried so hard all my life to make life hard for me so that I can give up because of this exact calling, this exact information that I know now, to expose his op-eds. This is the reason. Even with you guys, the devil has done so much to hold you back because he know why God called you here. He know why he has not been able to take you out. He know. He know. But you don't know. You don't see it. Because a lot of times we don't know our worth. We feel like all these things that happen to us, we're not qualified. We doubt ourselves. We don't love ourselves. We don't know our worth. We don't know our power. And if you don't know your power, you don't have any. Just like us as a race. I'm like, we don't even know our power. We so busy trying to fit in here and fit in there. Y'all want to be so accepted by them pale faces. Why? I never care to be accepted by them. I hate that my daughter goes to a majority school. I want us to be more like the Jews. Like, I lived in Jewtown and I monitored. It was a reason God put me there. It was the reason why he put me there. And as I'm learning, already, you're not having none of this of your sister drink because she's sick and I don't want you to get sick. Hold on, y'all. See how the devil be trying to use the baby? Because one thing about it, the devil can only sap into spirits he saps into people who are weak. Children are weak. He tries to get into her to stop me from the message all the time. And I rebuke him. Tell him to leave. Leave. Let me get her something but I forgot what I was talking about. But we have a calling on our life. It's a reason why we're treated like this, like even as a race. So that's what I was saying. Like, I used to live in Jewtown. Like, right before I moved, when I used to live in Baltimore, I lived in Jewtown, and I used to observe them. Like, I'm very analytical. I observe everybody the same way they sit back observing us, so they can see how to take us down, snatch all our money, keep us dumb. It's so much that I'm learning even about that, y'all. The way that the fluoride, I didn't know, and I still have a bunch more research to do on this stuff, y'all. But your pineal gland is basically, it's your third eye. That's what give you, it's your light. It's like your sixth sense. It's like literally your third set of eyes to see in the back of your head, to observe the things around you, to awaken. That eye be closed, and once it's open, there's no more closing it. And I just realized over the past few years, the way I think now I can tell that third eye has officially opened. It's open. It's no longer asleep. Mind you, that's the same gland, the pineal gland, that's responsible for the melatonin. That's responsible for the melanin. I gotta do so much more research on this. But what's the odds? As soon as I heard that in that story, in that book that I'm reading, y'all gotta go buy that book. You need to go buy the book. Hebrews to Negroes. That's what it's called on Amazon. Hebrews to Negroes. You must go buy that book. Christmas is coming. Give me that. Hey, give me this. Give me this. If I beat your ass. Drink your juice. All right, we're going somewhere then. Bye. Don't throw nothing at me. See this baby right here? Because I fight kids. I fight kids. She be acting crazy. Always interrupting me. But, see, she made me forget. That's all part of his plan. But it's okay because I'm going to keep going. Just y'all bear with me. But now that, you know, he mentioned that in that story, it's like so many things that he's saying in this story. Like, that's why I say nothing happens by coincidence. Before I even started reading that book, the day before God put that book in my path, the day before, because I was on there, it don't even matter. But the day before I was reading that book, I was in here trying to, I was writing down, I'm doing my history about Hebrews and just the Middle East. I'm just learning. I'm trying to learn. I didn't never know nothing about my history before. So now I'm really into history and science because this plays a lot into who God is and a lot into a lot. All of this stuff is science and history. And once again, if you don't know your rights, if you don't know your history, you fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself to not know the right things about it. Not this BS that we've been taught in these indoctrination camps they call schools. We can't just go based off that stuff, the BS that they've sold us over the years. And as I used to, basically, when I used to live in Baltimore, in Pikesville, and I lived right in Jewtown, like literally right there in Jewtown. That's what we would call it there, because Jewtown is really right. The hood is right there. It's like they used to have this picture going around in Park Heights, because Park Heights is the hood in Baltimore, and they used to be like, where Park Heights meet the Jews. It was a picture like the Jews take over this side of it, and then the black people take over the other side. You know, the black people is the folks, the hood folks. And and I used to just observe. I used to live on the side where the Jews was, though. And then right up the street is the hood and stuff. But come on, Ari. I really used to just observe how they move. Like, they move as a unit. They move as a unit. They truly move as a unit. And one thing about it is, I always say that black people, we don't move as a unit. Like, everybody else come together. Every other group, what are they? A race, ethnic group, whatever it's called. I'm gonna end up learning that too, because I don't know these things. The difference between ethnic group and nationality and all of that stuff. Like, so I'm learning. I'm learning a lot about this stuff. She's getting on my nerves, y'all. But I used to just observe how, you know, they walk to their churches. They got their own schools. All the boys go to this school. All the girls go to this school. They run their own. It's like they're literally living their own world. They don't conform to the rest of the world. They all drive I don't like that they all do the exact same things now. They all literally drive all them vans. They all wear the same thing. They all move the same. But they all keep their money in their community. They build up their homes, their schools. And I wish we can do the same thing. That's my goal. And when I build my schools, it's only for black kids. It's only for blacks. Like, I'm not that person that's trying to fit in. I've always been the one that never wanted to fit in with other people, even with other people of my own race. If I'm not with that, I'm not trying to fit in that. And even if I am, excuse me, y'all. Even if I do like some of the things that y'all might have going on over there, I'm not trying to fit in with nobody just off of no. I'm not a person that try to fit in. I do my own thing. And I really want that more for us. I'm tired of us trying to go move into these white areas and try to go to their schools and all of this. No, we need to be creating our own stuff. This is why it irritates me when people that's black and successful, they get rich and they don't try to come back and build up for our own people. Like, that really irritates me. And that's the one thing I vow is when I make it, best believe I'm coming back to say the hood. I'm coming back for my people. I'm coming back for them. And yeah, they might irritate me, but I understand that our boys and our girls, we just don't know. It's a lack of knowledge. And the people perish for a lack of knowledge. The people perish for a lack of knowledge. So many of us feel like, oh, I don't need school. I don't need education. I don't need this. I just need money. No, because one thing about money is if you don't have the education on what to do with the money, you'll get the money and fumble the bag every single time and be back at square one. So don't say education is not crucial. Don't say you don't need education. You don't necessarily have to pay to go to school, because even what I'm realizing now, I'm like, when you go to school, all they're doing is making you buy books and teaching you from your very own book. That's why now I'm like, I'm just buying all my books that I need. I'm teaching myself. I don't need these people. Now that I'm awakened and I have a better understanding of the information I read, because one thing about it is a lot of people read but cannot comprehend what they're reading. Now that my comprehension skills is top tier, I can read this stuff my dang on self and teach my own self. All I need to do is God to lead me to the books that I need, that he want me to read, like he's doing now, so I can get the information to teach myself and teach other people. Because I even know that's a big issue in our community. Like, it's so much that I want to do for the black community, because especially in the hoods, like my target is the hoods. Like, one thing about it, I realized why I've always had a thing with the hood, you know, it's because God want me to help the hood. Like, you can't expect to become a better race and then you leaving out majority of the race. You leaving out a lot of people because, oh, they're this and they're that because they're from the hood. And oh, the one girl was on TikTok that they talking about the Pookies and the Ray Rays and all of this. People talk about these people because they don't understand these people. I talk about them too, but I understand them too, because I talk about my BD all the time. I talk about all of them because I don't like some of the stuff that they be on. I don't like a lot of the stuff that they be on. All the hood dudes, all the hood girls, not even girls that's not in the hood, regular girls who done made it out. I don't like how they act too. I don't like how a lot of us do the stuff that we do. But that's why I just know that's something that they don't know. They don't know their worth. They don't know. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to teach the people. One thing about it is this calling that I have on my life. I know they're going to be trying to off me. I already know, but I know my mission gonna get accomplished first. I'm gonna save some lives first. And I don't care. One thing about me is I ain't afraid to die. I just want my kids to be old enough. I want to teach them everything that I can possibly teach them. I want them to know everything that there is to know. I want them to know how to fend for themselves, protect themselves, lead themselves, and not follow the flock, follow the pigeons. I want them to be eagles in a world full of pigeons. I want to instill in them self-worth, to love themselves. Don't just give their bodies up. Don't just do none of the things. I want to protect them from the devil. I want to protect them from being molested like I was. That's why I even tell my daughter, them little kids, I tell her all the time, them little kids, what are they not? They don't, No, because it's not only adults that will molest you. You will get molested by your other friends. Just like that girl, London, London on the track, baby mom, said that his new girlfriend, Shinsia, that singer, she said that the girl's son touched her daughter's vagina. And I believe her. I believe from people acting like, oh, she just bitter and she just messy, and then London try to brush it under the rug. Anybody that brushes things, like I was just telling you about the other girl, anybody that brushes stuff like that under the rug, they're demonic. And they feel like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. It happened to me. Because London's behavior, a lot of these guys, that's why I say a lot of these guys have been molested. They're not going to speak up about that, though. Do you think that they're going to let you know as their woman? Even their homeboys, they're not going to tell you guys that. They're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. And all it takes is one time for it to happen, for it to mess your mind up, for it to have you confused. These gay guys out here, they're not gay for no reason. The LG community, they're not like that for no reason. Guarantee you, behind majority of them, the devil has gotten to them while they were kids. Period. And this is why I'm a big on that. I don't play around. I don't trust my kids playing with these other kids unsupervised, because other kids will do what's being done to them onto you. And the fact that people in them comments on there were saying all kids do that, all kids hump and stuff. And this one girl was like, I'm saddened that you think that that's normal. And I was that girl too, thinking earlier this year, I'm like, I told you guys, I never thought that I was molested, because I just thought that that's what kids do, because that's just what we did. That's just what we did as young kids. Thinking that that's normal, dry humping, and then it ended up getting to the point where he actually got me sucking his meat. And you're thinking that stuff is normal. Thinking being them young ages, messing with penis and stuff, that young. When I just think about my history, stuff that I had blocked out for so long, thinking about all the stuff that we've done, it seems normal when you're in those environments. It's normal when you're in them environments because everybody's doing it. And then it becomes, oh, let's play freaky hide and go seek. Let's play these games, because it becomes normal because everybody is around here doing the same things. Let's play spin the bottle. And even my own cousin, God rest his soul, that's what started with him. And it's funny because y'all know this video might be getting all over the place, but I didn't even know that I knew my older one, the one that me and him was the closest mints. I knew he was gay, of course, but I didn't know the one that was my exact age. I didn't know that he was gay until he died, till he got killed by his boyfriend. I didn't know that he was gay. But now, after my mom had told me what had happened to my cousin with the plan to spin the bottle, and one of his own cousins, his other cousin, made him do things, playing that game. See, me and us, we was always together. I was always with my boy cousins. And, you know, we ain't do stuff like that. We was bad, but we ain't do stuff like that. No sexual stuff like that. But now thinking about how they used to walk around with the naked, like they had G-strings on and stuff. Just a bunch of stuff that I now understand. It made sense after the fact. Now it all makes sense of why they was like that. But they ain't never like try to get me to do that stuff to them.
Give me those.
But just leave her alone. She's fine. But anyhow, because I forgot why I even got on this. But overall, people who try to brush stuff like that under the rug, it's because it's happened to them and they feel like, okay, whatever, it's normal. That stuff is not normal. It's not normal. Kids should not be knowing how to do that stuff. They need to be aware, because just like my daughter, she don't see it. But at the end of the day, if she end up seeing it, I don't know what she might end up coming across on when she on her tablet, when she at school, what another child might try to convince her to do. That way, if she gets it from mom first, and she hears mom talking to her about it first, that way she's aware. That way she know, no, my mommy said I can't do this. And I know even sometimes kids get scared and be scared of other kids. That's why I say my mommy said. Because you might be not afraid. You might be afraid to say it, like, and say, no, I can't do that. Or no, I don't want to do that. Say, my mommy said I can't do that. And my mommy said she would beat your ass and my ass and the whole school ass if I do that. Period. And one thing about that ain't no threat. It's a promise. Period. But anyway, y'all. You know, and that's why I just stay prayed up, because I don't even want to have to be like that. I don't want to have to do that type of stuff. But I know about my kids, baby. I'm a beast over my babies. Don't play with them. But overall, you guys, I really just want a better nation for us. I really want us to stop trying so hard to fit in with these other places, because that's what I wanted to get to. Even how, like, in the book, hey, don't step on my thing and it's already broken. What is wrong with you? Even in the book, it was talking about how, like, where do we come from for real? If everybody that's in America, like, they have a home they can go back to. You know, everybody that comes over here and sends stuff back home, and they got family in these other places. They got family in Jamaica. They got family in the Caribbean. They got family in Guatemala. They got family in Africa. They got family in Japan. They got family in Korea. They got family in these places. Like, they have somewhere they can go back to. As Black people, where will we go to if they say, okay, like it say in the Bible, where will we go to? Because majority of us don't know our people in Africa. We don't know where we come from in Africa. We don't know. We don't know where our family is. Our family is here 9 times out of 10. We don't know. We're the true mixed breed. We're the mixed breeded race. And I think this is why we're the true mulattoes. This is why we're hated. This is why we're hated. Because them other races, they see our power, because you even got Africans out here that don't like us. Not to say it's all of them, but you got a lot of them that don't like us. Then the white folk don't like us. Latinas don't like us. So where will we go to? Like, we don't even, United States is technically our home. Because we don't got nowhere to go to. We don't have, all our family is here. We don't got family in other places. Your stomach still hurt?
No, it's just because I'm hot.
Well, take your shirt off.
Okay.
You know, so I'm like, where would we go to? And that's what it was saying in the story, like, in the book. Like, where would we go? And I gotta finish listening to it, and I might actually probably do that today. But we gotta create our own. We gotta create our own villages. We gotta start keeping all our money in our own communities. You don't see no other races coming eager to spend their money with us. Even the Black businesses that we own, you don't see them going. You don't see them out here trying to come spend their money with us. But yeah, we're over here trying to be. We're giving our money, our hard-earned money, to everybody else. We need to start having our own everything. Our own everything. All Black people do, all we want to do is get into the food industry, which is cool. I'm glad to see so many Black-owned food businesses. But we need Black-owned hospitals. We need our own stuff. Black-owned schools. Yeah, we have our HBCUs, and that's why I never wanted to go to no other school other than the HBCU, and that's why I went to Morgan State. Baby, don't play with me. HBCU. I'm never trying to fit in. And one thing about me is I was privileged to grow up in a majority black, in a black environment. Like, I didn't experience white people until I got to college and started working in corporate, started working at these jobs. Because I've grown up in school, I think I only had probably like one white teacher, and not just one. That one lady I had, she was white. But I would say a handful of teachers, maybe not even a full handful. I only remember Mr. Thomas, because he was the stinky man that actually taught a great valuable lesson about that money circulates, because we used to stamp the dollar bills with the where'sgeorge.com. We used to always stamp. He used to tell us to bring dollar bills in so we could stamp them, and then we'll see how they circulate. And he kind of taught that money circulates. But he was a mean man. He was mean. And I remember having Miss Ross. I think she was like Hispanic or something though. And then I remember that lady, I don't remember what her name was, but she was one of my English teachers in high school. Other than that, I really had majority. I grew up in PG County. So PG County is a thriving black nation, a thriving black area. Basically surrounds DC, like it's the DMV. But PG County is predominantly black, and it's a bunch of successful, wealthy black people that live in PG County. You know, it's not all, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a thriving black nation. Not necessarily nation, but a thriving black county. It's a lot of thriving blacks that live there. And don't step your foot in that trash. And it was a privilege for me. I grew up around all black kids, all black teachers, all black friends. So of course I was going to go to, it's like I didn't even know white people existed to the degree. I thought we was the dominating, the superior race. I didn't know that white people even existed until I got out of PG, went to school and started working at these jobs. Anyways, y'all, like, this video almost an hour long, but I just really did this video just to say we got to tap back into our roots and know our power, because if you don't know your power, you don't have none. And if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't have the tools, you can get out here and learn these things. You don't have to go back to these colleges and all of that stuff thinking that that's going to automatically get you to where you want to be. Because coming from a girl who went to college, graduated college, that ain't put me to where I want to be. It gave me some great information. I've had some great experiences, but that alone is not going to do it. Especially when you go to school at them young ages like that. I realized this is actually probably supposed to be the time when you go to college, because you're awake and you're older, you're more mature, you have a better understanding about life. Going to school at them young ages, 18, 19, 20, 21, you don't know nothing. And you don't even really care about that stuff. You're not even really able to absorb the information that you're learning and retain it, because you don't even really care about that stuff. You don't even really have an understanding of life. All you caring about is what I'm going to do when I get out of school, the parties, the smoking, the chilling with my friends, my boyfriend. Your mind, like, now, being this age I am now at 29, now is the time where I understand that stuff better. All the books that my teacher made me read, she made us read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I'm never going to forget Miss Marjorie Adams. I loved that lady because she really taught about money. She was successful. She was not only a professor, but she had her own business. She was a news reporter. She had it going on. So she was a perfect candidate to teach a business class. And those books she made us read, I still have, well, I don't have them now because I left them in Maryland, my storage unit, but it was Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Compassionate Samurai. Those were the 3 books that she had us to read on that class. And now, reading those books now that I'm older, I understand them better. I understand the information better. I understand money better. I understand the wealth ladder. I understand all of these things better than I did at those ages then. It makes more sense now. But all in all, you guys, we got to tap into our true power. We are the black sheep of the family, and collectively, us as black folks, we're the black sheep of the human race. We're the unwanted ones. We're the ones that everybody turn their nose up and act like, oh, why are you here? Because they see our power. They see our anointing. That's why they culture vulture us. They some culture vultures. They want to be like us, but then they try to dim us, condemn us. They do everything in their power to keep us down. And this is exactly why I want to give back to them same areas that y'all wanted to do these rat experiments on, treating us like we're some rats, doing these housing project experiments that they've done on us that has worked. They have worked. Them doing the housing project experiment has worked for us. We fell right into it. Okay, I'm about to make you something. We fell right into the traps. They worked. And now it's time to realize who we truly are. And that's why I want to go back, help out them young boys, young girls who can't read, get them some tutors. Like, I see so many of our guys suffer. They've purposely done things strategically because truly, like I say, black men don't know their worth. They wonder why the community is like it is. It's because y'all are supposed to be the leaders. And if you have crappy leaders, you're going to have a crappy nation. Our men are not good leaders, and it's not to condemn them, but they're not good collectively. You may have a few black guys that, properly lead their families. They have good leadership skills, but we need all of them, at least a majority of them. One person can't do it all. We can't have only Wallow out here speaking about the real stuff, speaking and motivating the other black guys. We need all of them doing it. We can't have him the only one preaching to the hood dudes that get off the blocks, do this. We can't have only him. We need a collection of them. This is why for the black guys, for the black sheeps, I don't care if you're a male or a female, you have a purpose. If you're the black sheep of the family, if you're a girl that grew up stripping, grew up doing these things, grew up selling your body for sex, you're the one that needs to go and get right so that you and find the real way that God has for you. So that you're not out here teaching the other girls that that's what they need to do. You need to show them that they don't have to do those things. Because a lot of our girls even think that that's the only way to make it out the hood. Selling their body. Getting with the dudes to sell the drugs. Get with drug dealers. Get with this. Promoting and making these guys further. Making them further believe that they need to stay on the streets because the drug dealers is who the girls want because they the ones who getting the most money. You got so many dudes who so big on getting a bunch of money because us as the women, we want the men with the money. And in that community, they only feel like the men with the money is the drug dealers or the athletes. So that makes them chase after those. And that's not the only way to get money out here. Most people are not going to get elected into the rap game, get elected into the athlete field. Most of them not even going to school so that they can play on the sports team to get picked. Like, I really just feel like I know my purpose here. And that's why God has tried, that's why the devil has tried so hard to stop me my whole life. He tries to block me. But you can't block me, boo. Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? And we need to come together. We need to come together. We're better as one. And this is why they have sought so hard to keep us divided. The devil thrives off division. And our community is so divided. We're so divided. We play into their schemes so much and we need to stop. This video already super long. And I ain't mean for it to be this long. But we need to understand our power. And it starts with the chosen ones. It starts with the scapegoats of the family. Because one thing about it is if they see that everything they did to keep you down and you didn't stay down and you didn't came to success, you're supposed to be successful as a chosen one, as the black sheep of the family. You're supposed to, the best revenge is your paper. You need to tap into your calling. Get with God every day. Get rid of the distractions so you can truly tap in. And one thing about it, just like Joseph brothers did, once they thought they were sending him to you're stepping on it your own self. Like, you do stuff and then you want to cry. Don't throw your juice at me. This baby, y'all. But just like Joseph's family, y'all thought y'all was doing something, shipping him off to Egypt, selling him as a slave. Y'all thought y'all was doing something. But y'all the same very ones. Y'all didn't understand when he got there. He had those gifts. And he used those gifts to get him to a higher power. To get him to tap into his true calling. Now, look what happened. They had to come back begging. Them same brothers that did him dirty. Now y'all had to come back during the famine asking him for bread. And he was the one wealthy. He was the one who had all the bread, all the corn, everything stored up in the cities. He the one who had everything for y'all to eat. Because now y'all struggling when the famine hit the land. They the ones that they needed to come back asking him for stuff. Y'all didn't even notice Joseph, but he noticed who y'all was. He didn't forget y'all faces. He ain't forget. After all them years. It's the same with your family. Do what you're supposed to do. Because you're going to make them wish. And it's not even about necessarily seeking revenge. Because the vengeance is all in God's hands. But the vengeance is his. But one thing about it, like we always say, God will use your enemies as your footstools. And you need to truly use your enemies as your footstools in this season. Use your enemies as your footstools. Turn that pain into purpose. Turn it into purpose. Because you didn't go through it for no reason. They're going to be the same ones sitting back looking at you. They thought they was selling you. They thought they was selling you to the wolves. They thought that they was stepping on you. But they don't even realize they pushed you into your purpose, pushed you into your calling. Man, can you be quiet? Hey, man, quiet. Quiet on the set. They don't even realize that you're going to have them sitting back like, dang. They're going to be sitting back looking at you like, look at her. Look at him. I did all that to stop him, and look, he's still prospered. She's still prospered. The ones that they said you wouldn't be nothing, said that you ain't going to be this. They did everything to hold you back. Did everything to keep you down. Had you drugged up on medicine. Sent in them mental institutions. They had you doing all of this. Show them that you can overcome that. That don't define you. That was just a part of your story. That was a chapter in your story. You can overcome that. Don't ever let your situations define you. You use each of those situations as stepping stones to get to the next level. A lot of people ain't crazy. It's because they sit there and soak in their misery instead of using it to their full advantage. Use it to your full advantage. Don't let these people get the victory. That's why I'm saying God needs you. He needs you. Because with all the experience you have after dealing with all the things that you've dealt with, you can help so many people. So many people that was just like you. They need you. God needs you. He needs you. You know. But let me go change her little stinky pamper. And this baby up to now. And she's hungry. So let me go feed these children and stuff, y'all. But we gotta wake up. We got to wake up, y'all. Collectively. But this message is specifically for the black sheeps of the family. But understand that collectively, we are the black sheeps. We're the black sheep of the race. Because don't think that you didn't got rich as a black person and that you still not a op. You still a op to them folk. It don't matter how much money you get, they still don't like you. But they looking at you weird down that you, even when you get to come into their neighborhoods, they like, what? I told you about the red experiment. It don't matter if you in the suburbs or in the hood, you still a project. They still watching you. They still seeing how long you last. They still seeking how they can devour you and send you back to where you come from because they don't want you in their areas. This is why we need to stop trying to go into their areas and build our own stuff. Build our own Black Wall Street again. Build our own thriving Black neighborhoods again. Build more PG counties. We need more PG counties. Because at the top, it's just us. That's what we need to be. And that's my dream. I have a dream that we will unite and we will win this thing and we will understand our power and we will thrive in our power. And we will have our own Black schools, our own Black everything, own Black physicians' offices, own Black hospitals, own Black everything. We don't got to rely on nobody else for nothing because they secretly trying to off us and kill us off anyway. And wait, ooh, this, y'all, that's what I'm saying. I got so much to bring to y'all. My book I'm reading, ooh, this is why wait till I do that video. I got so much to bring to y'all. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Stuff that I already, it's a, ooh, just wait. I gotta go though. I'll see y'all in the next video. But y'all, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Look, she jumped up. See, that's what I want to do to everybody. I want y'all to wake up. Wake up. I need you guys. God need us. He need us. Tell him, Ari. He need us. Say, wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Clap. She clap. Y'all hear her? She said, wake up. For real, y'all. For real. This is serious. And just wait. Just wait. Just wait. Because ooh, y'all, I'm gonna end up having to probably make me up because the stuff that I have to reveal, I'm probably gonna have to make my own website and get my videos on there. Maybe do a podcast talking about this stuff or something because I don't want them trying to get me no strikes. I'm gonna try to keep it rated PG, keep it clean on here because you can't say too much on here. Because then they going to start striking you and all of that stuff for being too real. Because we know who runs this stuff. I mean, it's not us who run it. Like I'm saying, it's not us. And if we reveal the real deal, they're gonna cut you. They're gonna cut you. So, I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.